the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy hump day. First hump day of the new year. I hope everybody's feeling especially humpy. Get your pillow humping saddles because it's Jackie O. Hey, Jax, how you doing?
Hey, Koji, I'm darn good. We are once again simpatico today.
You guys, we are not planning this. We're both wearing blue.
We're both wearing blue. I told you I keep it cash on a Wednesday. So I'm wearing this new cute sweater I got.
Some people do casual Fridays. Jackie does
casual Wednesdays.
Right.
That's when I need a break in my week from all the formality, all the collars.
You are wearing a collar, but okay.
It's a collared sweatshirt.
It's like a quarter zip.
And I feel cozy.
You look cozy. You look gorgy.
Thank you so much. I love that we're on the same wavelength of blue.
Yeah, cerulean.
It's a blue sort of day.
You were wearing a sweater handpicked for you by the people in this room.
I love that for me.
Yeah. I feel like this actually is what Meredith, whatever her name was talking about, Priestley. Like I'm wearing a blue shirt from Amazon. And at one point, this blue was handpicked for me by the people in that room.
No, and the fact that we think it's a coincidence that we're just wearing this blue when so many decisions and people went into the fact that we're both wearing this blue today.
1000%. That will go down in history as like one of the greatest reads of all time. That and Portia.
Kenya Moore.
No, why am I having a stroke? Phaedra
to Kenya.
Right. So you could have a child. So he could get a Coke. Like literally read of the century. There's a couple in the Hall of Fame. Oh, of course. Pretty much I would let Gemma know.
That's probably number one.
Yeah,
over
definitely
here
Hall of Fame.
In these parts.
Yeah. We could do a whole episode on that. Patreon.
Love that.
Today's Wednesday. We've got great stories. Matthew Coma's putting his foot in the celebrity mom saga, officially making it not fun. What other the stories?
Like
Gwyneth's on a podcast. That's always good.
Bits and bobs. My like headline news today of like my personal life is that Max is 2 months old today.
Oh my God. Okay, let's take a trip down memory lane.
It's funny how you really stop like counting weeks and months when, you know, after like second baby, third baby, you just like count less and less. Someone
Are you doing pictures?
Oh no, I didn't even do those for Harry.
I didn't do them either.
I started doing them for Harry like the first month, second month, and then I dropped off, and it like made me feel really guilty that I didn't do it. And knowing that I would never have done that, like first, second baby, third baby, like why would I do? Like I've forgiven myself. Like
it's a new mom thing. Like if you're gonna do it, you're only gonna do it with your first. But I'm glad to know you didn't do it either.
I didn't do it. I have a couple pictures like month 1, month 2. They do nothing for me. Like
okay, that
they're
makes me
not
feel better.
like I have better pictures that
of just like them at the beach.
Yeah, like the milestones.
Yeah.
And like to get them to pose on the blanket, like it's very difficult.
It feels very stage mom too.
To remember where you put all like the circles that you're gonna put around the
blocks.
number. To remember where the blanket is on the day. Not for me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad.
But the other day, like someone asked me like how many weeks Max was, and I'm like 7, 8 joggers. I don't know.
I think he's joggers years old.
I think he is joggers years old, and also. You know how the bump app, when you're done being pregnant, like it starts giving you your toddler, your baby is 1 week old, 2 weeks old. Because I went flex past my due date and I never updated the bump app, like they just assumed I gave birth on my due date and they were like sending me like
his gestational
age, like on the wrong day. So I was like between weeks.
So just like kind of advanced.
So today I get to like call it 2 months. Zach actually reminded me.
Right, of course.
He's like, happy
Listen,
2 months.
You're a business owner. You're a mother. Like, you can't remember every date.
But yeah, 2 months is major.
Major. Well, congrats on making it 2 months.
Thank you.
That's also like, I used to be like, okay, yeah, the baby's 2 months. I have breastfed for 2 months. That's the real milestone.
Yes, it is a fabulous milestone.
Congrats.
And yeah, 2 months.
Huge.
Yeah, it's not the biggest one. Like 3 months is a really big one.
Well,
1
actually,
month.
2 months, they do say technically like the newborn phase is 8 weeks. That's what people say.
Oh, I've heard 12 weeks, 3 months.
I thought it was 12 weeks, 3 months,
I think it's
obviously.
12
But
weeks,
you're only considered a newborn at like the 8 weeks.
No, but 8 weeks is a milestone like in
life
for baby. But no, newborn stage is 3 months.
I'm just letting
Everything
you
is
know
like 0 to 3.
I'm just letting you know what I heard.
Also, if it's the 4th trimester, the trimesters are roughly 12 weeks.
Simply letting you know what I heard.
Simply letting you know the misinformation that you
won't
heard,
happen
that you
again.
want to
you guys sound I'm not the only person who says this. I can't
this,
wait for the comments to be like, no, I heard that too. Like I'm telling you, I it's like what people say.
On this huge platform, well, the bump app didn't say it, like you're no longer a newborn.
Should we ask chat?
Okay. Let's settle this with chat. Even though if we both put it into chat.
How long is a baby considered a newborn for?
They'll probably give us different answers.
Wow.
What?
A baby's considered a newborn from birth until 28 days. 4 weeks.
Okay.
4 weeks. So 1 to 3 months is often called an infant, and then 3 to 12 is still an infant, but no longer a newborn.
So 3 being the...
Pediatricians use 4 weeks. Okay, that's wrong.
Okay, so you didn't understand the question.
Yeah, Chad is getting so dumb. I'm actually thinking about making the switch.
2.
I've heard good things about Grok.
Is there a Grok app, or do
There
you have
is.
to tweet the question?
No, that's the thing. I always thought Grok was like a part of Twitter. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to tweet out my thoughts. That'd be so embarrassing. Like, what is 1 + 3? So then I heard Grok has an extra app, like something separate is what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try it.
What are you doing?
I'm hearing like a little echo.
Oh, I thought you were messing with my headphones.
No, I would never do that to you. I know how important your headphones are to you.
Well, yeah, they are.
I'm hearing a little echo.
I think maybe you're just like having like postpartum paranoia.
I just am hearing a vibration on the table. Maybe you're just like...
Am I screaming?
You're shaking the roof off this place.
Am I screaming?
No. I mean, if I'm the only one, then ignore me. Maybe I should put my headphones on.
Maybe she's experiencing postpartum psychosis.
Even though I was, I've heard it starts at 2 months. Even though I was like feeling my hair do.
No, you look super cute. Don't put the headphones on. Like,
okay, she said don't put the headphones on.
It's actually a crazy thing to like make a major change to your look in the middle of the podcast because we look at the monitors before we're comfortable. Even if we don't love it, like we know it. It's familiar. To make a big shift, like putting your hair up or taking your hair down in the middle of the podcast, it's just not done.
Okay, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to ignore whatever I'm hearing, the voices in my head.
Listen, just a little schizophrenia, you know?
Yeah, but it's there. They're real.
It's kind of like the Lord. It's always with you.
Like you, Jesus.
Yeah. So I have this thing where like, and most of the time I wear my hair down, middle part, like most of my hair in front. And when I try to like describe this look, it's not like a style, and I call it the Jesus look because this is how Jesus Christ wore his hair. Straight middle part. I have a cowlick.
And
the only
like
thing
hair in front.
It's the only thing separating me from Jesus. He
wasn't like behind the ear.
Yeah, the only thing separating me from Jesus is I have a cowlick and he doesn't. So I'm like, that's what's stopping me from having a perfect middle part.
A perfect Jesus look.
Right.
Where's your cowlick?
Oh, you don't know about my cowlick?
In the back?
Yeah. So like I would say the first 2/3 of my part are dead center straight, and then the back.
It goes
Don't look
sideways.
do not look at the back of my part. I don't look at the back of my part. It's none of my business.
It goes sideways. The back of your head is none of your business. If God wanted you to see it, he would make it visible
The front,
to you.
Right. He would give me eyes over there.
He would give you eyes in the back of your head.
What is that from? The back of your head is ridiculous.
Like a sketch.
Yeah, but like from what show?
Like something.
Not SNL.
Can I have your number?
Yeah, what's
your
the...
number?
It's
It's like Mad.
Yeah,
Mad
it's like-
TV. Mad
Yeah,
TV.
okay.
Yep, good job.
That was everything to me growing up. Like,
Was it?
Oh man, that sketch?
You were watching Mad TV?
No, I was watching that sketch on YouTube.
That's so funny as a young child.
Not me like quoting Mad TV. I've never seen that show.
And also like Key and Peele.
I've never seen that either.
But people are always like
Aaron.
Jay Quellen.
Yeah, you are that skit, Aaron. Like you read things phonetically. Like you read things phonetically so that, yeah, like Toast. Welcome to the Toast.
Aaron.
Yeah, there's a Key and Peele sketch. Ben was like
But
very...
I'm Jay Quellen.
You're Jay Quellen. I'm Claudia. Claudia.
You can't really fuck that up.
You could.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying as a fucker-upper,
Yeah.
Claudia's pretty straightforward.
Aaron.
I love that.
Yeah.
Whitney Leavitt.
Whitney Leavitt. Correct. Tailored. Different.
Yeah.
This is such a phonetic show.
It is. It's hooked on phonics.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. Why
You are looking at me weird, right?
I'm not. I just like have a lot going on. I put on headphones.
Yeah.
Is everything okay? Are we still stable?
It's giving the integrated interface today. Like you're being weird.
I'm not, but it had my headphones looked without like I just I don't like to talk about the show so much. Like
I actually agree
it's
with
not
that.
like my favorite thing.
You look gorgeous.
That's why I was just trying to like wing it. I feel blind.
It was
Seriously.
crazy for you to put the headphones on in the middle of the show.
I feel like a blind person.
Okay, should we turn the monitor on and like...
Just to take a look, even though I don't really care about like my looks on the show right now, because if I did, I would be.
We
like,
can't be in a place.
I'd be very unhappy.
Right, we can't be in a place where we're
But
caring.
I do like want to make sure I'm not alfalfa.
You're not alfalfa. You don't have like a big hair sticking out of your head.
Alfalfa is such a good reference.
Agreed. What is that, Little Rascals?
Yeah. Okay. Adorable.
Yeah, anybody who's ever had like one hair out of place is an alfalfa. Alfalfa energy this year,
Alfalfa ate with that.
Because one thing about alfalfa, he didn't give a fuck, and he was not a shallow person, or else he would have slicked his fucking hair back.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but I think like the sprout was the look.
I also think the sprout was symbolic, like a metaphorical sprout, because he was constantly blooming where he was planted, and he was a leader.
Yeah, a leader in his community.
A role model for young men today.
And those rascals needed leadership.
That movie's really good, Little Rascals.
It is.
I get it confused with Little Giants, which Olivia's family's obsessed with. I don't think I've seen that one.
You have the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Oh, the annexation of Puerto Rico, yeah.
Yeah, always a sleigh.
Constantly. What do you think about the annexation of Puerto Rico?
You mean in terms of
Your
Puerto Rico's
your
self?
geopolitical ideologies?
I feel like whatever situation we have now like seems to be working for everyone.
And when you say the annexation of Puerto Rico, what does that mean? Like they're on their own, they're no longer with us?
No. We would annex them completely. They would be a state.
Oh, no, I don't think that's necessary. And I don't think they want that either.
Do they pay taxes?
No, that's why the Paul brothers
That's
live
right.
there.
So what does the U.S. gain from their partnership? I know
U.S. citizens can travel to that beautiful place without a passport. That's definitely
major.
huge.
That's major.
I think there's, some trade. And then I actually recently had lunch, not recently, like 10 years ago, had lunch with a native Puerto Rican, and she was explaining that like they don't want it either. They're happy with the way that it is. Like it's good.
Okay, it seems like everybody's happy.
Yeah, it's not like something that gets talked about a lot.
Yeah. So let's sleeping dogs
Lie.
lie.
Viva Puerto Rico, as I'm always saying.
So we will not annex Puerto Rico any further
Correct.
than has already been annexed.
There is chat about annexing Hawaii.
Hawaii is a state.
Oh, sorry, anti-annexing. What's the opposite? De-annex?
De-annex.
Like when you just like
I
sort
love
of
her.
set them free.
Yeah.
There's chatter about that on TikTok. And I think the people of Hawaii are actually down. Like they do not want to be a part anymore.
I could understand that.
And then when you look at a map, and I only recently learned how random the location of Hawaii is and how like not with us they are. And I would be down for that. Like, and I have no stake. If that's what they want, like I think that would probably be good.
I would be open to the idea because geographically it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Same, let's talk about Alaska.
Yeah, but I just feel like the people in Alaska are very much the elk of Americans. And I feel like the people of Hawaii, like they never really wanted to be with us. And they speak their own language, they have their own culture. I don't know the backstory, but something about it like does make sense.
But Alaska, is geographically closer to Russia.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Continental U.S.
Nobody talks about the cultural impact of Sarah Palin on like the Alaskan people, because to me, Alaska is so American. Like somebody from Alaska was almost vice president. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I thought you were going to say because she put us on to the fact that they're close to Russia when she said she could see Russia from her window.
1000%. That actually was crazy if she could see Russia from her window.
No, but then it like wound up being like kind of applicable a couple of years ago when like Russia was in the mix again. 'Cause it's like, wait, part of us.
Everyone, let's go to Sarah's house to see what's happening.
Part of us, the U.S., is very close to Russia
Right.
and at risk of Russian retaliation.
Right. And then I feel like I wasn't old enough to really understand at the time how crazy it was that Bristol Palin got pregnant during that time.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
That was a cultural shift.
It was. And I didn't really understand it. I still don't, but
What's to understand?
like how crazy
She
it
got
was.
pregnant.
But like at the time when her mom was running for vice president, is that right? I feel like it was an episode of Veep, like when they all found out, like they were probably freaking.
Yeah.
So that's your geopolitical segment for the day. Can't wait to read all the hate comments coming from Hawaii. Hawaii is like a very touchy subject.
Okay.
Yeah, at least it is on TikTok.
I could see why, and I don't know enough about it to touch on it in the touchiness.
All I know is that I stand with the people of, and don't call it Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I support.
I also support you. I support us. I support the Fast Five, and that's my segue for today.
You want to get into the stories.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into.
Do you not?
No, I do. I just know how much love there is for the pre-Fast Five banter. And as a people pleaser, I just want to give the people what they want.
Let's keep going.
But when I reflect on what more I have to give to the pre-Fast Five banter, nothing really comes to mind.
I personally had shifted because I was running on empty, talking about Bristol Palin, okay? So if you do want to continue it, you are just going to have to tell me what you want to talk about.
I'm going to have to go it on my own.
No. I'll be there for you, but you are going to have to provide the topics.
For sure. Now it's just a lot of pressure that what I have to say is more interesting than the Fast Five. But you know what? I feel like, as always, the Fast Five are a conduit to more banter.
A gateway.
And if there's anything that comes up, I will feel free to use my voice and my platform and make mention of it.
And I know you're always feeling shy, so don't.
You're shy. You guys.
No.
I recently discovered.
No.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That Claudia is shy.
Okay, sure, fine. You know what?
I've always been the one who's worn my shyness on my sleeve. Like, I'm always like, I'm shy. And I mean that. Like, I am shy. I recently learned about my sister that she is shy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm shy. Jackie wants to throw me into like the most craziest social situation. And then I was like, I kind of don't want to. And she was like, you're shy.
That's
like, okay, sure.
not what happened?
I'm shy. Sure. I don't want to get into it because I'm sure. You know what?
You're too shy to get into it.
Yeah, I'm shy. I'm shy, everyone. Claudia's shy. You got me. I'm the big shy girl.
I never would have
Just call me shy.
that I am less shy than you.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys. I'm shy. Like, after all these years, how you don't know that about me is insane.
So you agree?
Yeah.
You're really shy.
Yeah, I'm shy.
Okay.
I'm shy. Hi, I'm shy. What's your name?
Less shy.
Yeah. Less shy.
Still shy, but
Yeah,
less than my
I'm
sister.
so shy. I mean,
My whole life I've described you. I'm like, my sister Claudia, she's so outgoing, boisterous, like life of the
and
party.
all of this because Jackie like was encouraging me to like do something so insane. And by the way, I did it. We can't get into the details.
We can't. But we can get into the Fast 5 stories that you need to know. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Nanit. What a perfect sponsor to celebrate my milestone today. Nanit is one of my favorite baby products of all time. It is the goated baby camera. Their newest product drop was almost as insane as the Labubu craze. If you're building your baby registry right now, stop what you're doing and add the Nanit Smart Baby Monitor to your list. So Nanit is revolutionizing parenthood. It is providing the most helpful tools for today's parents, allowing them to find balance and peace of mind like never before. Whether you're a first-time parent or an experienced parent like me, I still rely on Nanit for so much. You can trust Nanit to guide you through all things sleep and development, from nap time to wake cycles, bedtime routines, scheduling tips, so much more. Everything that you need for baby sleep is available through Nanit and the Nanit app. It's like having a second pair of eyes that doesn't get tired. It is the smartest baby monitor on the market, tracking everything from your baby's breathing motion to their sleep quality, giving you key insights into their health and well-being. So Nanit's newest in-app feature, their sleep score, is the first ever AI-driven science-backed sleep score designed specifically for babies. Love AI, love Nanit, love a sleep score, love a score. This is a Pargy edition. It's hard to believe that our favorite smart baby monitor can get any better, but Nanit then recently launched their Nanit Home 8-inch display, which is a dedicated touchscreen monitor that seamlessly pairs to your Nanit camera and app for at-home viewing from any room. So Nanit's the best because it's a Wi-Fi enabled monitor, but sometimes you do like to have a physical monitor right next to you. You don't have to have it up on your phone all the time, and then they just like read our minds and launched their display. So check out Nanit. It is our #1 baby registry recommendation. Be the first to take home the new Nanit Smart Baby Monitor system, available only on nanit.com. Go to nanit.com for exclusive deals you won't want to miss. That's nanit.com and use code TOAST250 to get a free Nanit Glow sound machine with your purchase of $250 or more. So that's nanit.com and use code TOAST250. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by ClearStem. I love ClearStem. I can't live without some of their products, their face washes, their creams. Every new launch is better than the next. Their products are amazing. Right now, one of my key issues is super dry skin and also some like hormonal flare-ups. Everything's changing with me right now, and ClearStem literally has a product for all of your different skin needs, and their products are soothing and nourishing, and they don't irritate the skin. I personally am a sensitive swirly, and it's a brand that I can trust. They have anti-aging products. They have anti-acne products. They target breakouts inside and out with a full routine, nutritional supplements, clinically effective topicals. Clear is more than skin deep, and ClearStem's viral bestsellers, their Mind Body Skin, targets hormonal acne at the root without the harsh side effects. Me and harsh, we do not mix when it comes to skincare, but me and ClearStem, we do mix. So discover the ClearStem difference, because clear skin changes everything. Go to clearstem.com/toast and use code TOAST at checkout for 15% off your first order. That's ClearStem.com/toast, and code TOAST will get you 15% off of your first order. I love ClearStem, fabulous skincare brand. Definitely check it out for all of your skincare needs. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Ollie. Ollie is a fantastic brand for our favorite fantastic friends, our puppies, our dogs. If you want to give your dog a new year, a new pup, fresh start, slow down energy, the same sort of energy and care that I'm giving to myself, I want to give to my pup. So if you switch to Ollie, they have fresh human grade meals, real ingredients, 5 slow cooked recipes. Honestly, it all sounds so tasty. Like I'm getting hungry myself. Now, Bruto, it does have a particular palate, and these meals he loves. Your dog's well-being starts with their food, and that's why Ollie delivers fresh, human-grade food that your dog will love. Head to ollie.com/toast. Tell them about your dog and use code TOAST to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box, so if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's ollie.com, OLLIE.com/toast, and enter code TOAST to get 60% off of your first box. So the food quality is human grade recipes. It's a great experience. You get tailored meals to meet your dog's specific needs. They are perfectly portioned meals in mess-free packaging, and their one-of-a-kind technology through their Ollie app offers on-demand health screenings where you can tap real experts for pup peace of mind. I mean, isn't that the best? They use data from the Ollie pack to develop new recipes and products for your dog. It is just a great product for your pup, and they deserve the world. They deserve the best, and they deserve tasty meals. First story, a little update in the mom drama.
Mom Talk 2.0. This is like mom talk for people on Reels.
This is mom talk for celebrities. That's what I said yesterday.
No, but like the content, it's like for people on Reels.
It's not on TikTok. I feel like I'm missing stuff on TikTok.
No.
Sammy Ryan posted a TikTok.
Who's that?
She's the member of the mom group with tattoos.
Oh, what did she say?
And she was like lip syncing to Meg the Stallion, like, fuck you.
Hyping herself up.
like, you're the worst. I hate
Love
you.
that. Love that.
Just kidding. But it was like a Megan the Stallion lyric that was like
cutting,
clapping back, perhaps. I don't know. Now Matthew Koma is responding to Ashley Tisdale's Toxic Mom Group essay with a clapback of his own. He posted...
For those who don't know, Matthew Koma is Hilary Duff's husband.
Hilary Duff's husband. He's like a music wonder.
Allegedly.
He's always in the news for things that he says. He's very opinionated.
Yeah, I feel like we're always talking about him, not like as regards to his work, but just he's always like starting stuff. He loves to be snappy. He uses social media. I feel like a lot of the times where Hilary can't speak or won't speak, she speaks through him, because I have to imagine what he posted was sanctioned by Hill.
Well, I don't think she could stop him, but like...
I do.
No, I don't think so. Like, you can't stop Matthew Koma. He really pops off often.
Yeah.
And here he goes again. He posted a picture of himself and like photoshopped a fake headline on top that like looked like the Cut article and said, when you're the most self-obsessed tone-deaf person on earth, other moms tend to shift focus to their actual toddlers. So it seems as though he's calling Ashley Tisdale the most self-obsessed tone-deaf person on earth. And other moms...
And that's why...
started leaving her out because they were focusing their shift to their actual toddlers.
Now... this kind of feels like what we said yesterday. Like they just weren't vibing with her and they decided to move on. And so up until this point, I was very much like team the other women. But something about like your husband stepping in, like this is very much like a women's issue. I kind of get the ick. Like I appreciate, because we did need to know. We really did.
I appreciate the clarity. And Camp Tisdale seems to be backtracking and
big
saying
time.
This is about another mom group that Ashley's in, not the celebrity mom group, even though she literally doesn't follow half of them on Instagram now. They were like best friends forever. They all went to Oshry. I learned more about the situation after the episode yesterday, looking at like who the people are. And the girls who like I would think would be like the mean ones in this situation. There was like one girl, I'm like, oh, it's totally her. She doesn't follow them. So like obviously there's bad blood. Now her publicist is trying to say, no, it's a different group. Wait, so she has bad blood with 2 groups? That's weird.
Right.
And Matthew Koma is bringing it back to say, no, this is the Hilary Duff group. And it's very much Duff v. Tisdale.
The Tisdale response is so strange because it's clear like all she wanted was attention about this story. She wrote about it not once but twice, posted about it like multiple times. And she got the attention that she wanted. Now we're all looking into what she's saying. And the results aren't what I think she had hoped, because I don't think most people are on her side. So... now she's backtracking. It's a very weird pick-me behavior, and I'm getting the vibe that, like, as we predicted, she definitely seems insufferable. That's what Matthew Koma is kind of saying to us. But it already didn't like feel like so much like a fair fight because it's like all the girls against one, and now like her husband's getting involved. It feels like Housewives. Like when the husband gets involved and like nobody else's husband involved, it gives me the ick. I don't know. I'm not like loving. I like that Matthew Coma responded and like confirmed like, yes, this is about this group and they left her because she sucks. But I don't know, when a boy gets involved, it's like, what are you doing here?
I agree. Like, pick on someone your own size. Like, men and women's sports.
Agreed.
Not about
this
it.
is a man and women's sports. It's true. Like, it's just not for you. And I feel like the second he got involved, at first I saw it, I was like, ooh, juicy. And then the more I sat with it, I'm like, I'm no longer having fun.
Yeah, I appreciated the initial juice.
And you know what? Like, this came from Hilary. Like, I don't agree with you that like anything he posts is not sanctioned by her. Like, she's so famous. So she was okay with him.
I don't think she like wrote it herself. I think
No,
like,
no.
Matthew...
He was like, babe, I'm going to post this. And she was like, sure, whatever. I literally don't think she cares. And I just wish like if they were going to respond, like one of the women respond. It would have gotten just
Sammy
as much.
Ryan seems to have.
Yeah, but in a very thinly veiled way. Like you could say like, oh, I just like this song.
Just like we were talking about Brianna Chicken Fry.
Right. You can.
Mastermind.
A lip sync doesn't. This is a very clear. It's a cut. It's clearly about. And so I just wish someone else had posted it. That's like the only thing up until this point I was like riding for the other
But you don't
girls.
feel like devil's advocate for Coma's advocate here? Like if someone is trashing your wife, don't you feel like it's could be a husband's responsibility to step in and like defend your wife?
I do.
Like if someone was like writing articles about you and how you were their feelings.
Yeah.
I would love to see Ben step up and call them the most insufferable person on earth. I would respect that.
Okay, that's actually true. Yeah. And I actually think that's a great example because like Hilary's super famous and like Matthew's famous, but like less, very similar to Ben and I. So the dynamics do apply. No, sometimes we make like analogies and they don't. This is a perfect analogy. I am Hilary Duff
like
of the podcasting space.
Like a former friend of yours who's a woat and now she's crying on a press tour, writing about her feelings.
Yeah.
And like
Ben has to get in there and shake that thing.
It's like you're too big and too famous and like you're not going to respond to this.
It's beneath me.
This sad little
But
person.
it's not beneath my less famous husband.
Yeah. And like men should stick up for their wives.
No, you know what? You're 100% right. Something about like men getting involved in women fighting, the Housewives fan in me.
Well, the thing is, you can't apply it to Housewives. Actually,
Right.
that's really great that you bring that up because the Housewives are like have a set of rules that they abide by, and it's no husbands. Because if the husbands stuck up for their wives every time someone called them a mean name, it would
be the house husbands.
The house husbands.
No, they follow a strict code of conduct.
In order to keep the show, husbands can't get involved. Even though you want to support your life, you can't.
You're right.
So it's not Housewives. It's
Okay.
real people's wives.
Okay, so the ick factor is subsiding. And I'm glad that we were right. Like what he said is what we said yesterday. Sometimes a friendship doesn't serve you because you find someone annoying. You find them stupid. You find them whatever. And it's clear that they found her self-centered. Mm-hmm. Very Sharpay of her.
So Sharpay coded.
So Sharpay coded.
So that's the latest on the drums.
Yeah.
Check back in tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a kind of an ever-evolving story.
Yeah. There's so many players, so many
Right.
social media accounts to post from.
Well, now there's also Haley Duff. So Haley Duff is obviously
Duff has
Hilary's
entered the chat.
less
Thank you for
famous
bringing this
sister.
up.
She liked Ashley Tisdale's post promoting her article on The Cut. We know and we've known for years that Hilary and Haley are not on speaking terms. People are led to believe that it has to do with them having different politics, which would be so crazy. That's never been confirmed, by the way.
This would be like the second allegation of Hillary falling out over politics.
Right. So is Haley and Ashley MAGA? But Ashley literally said, I'm a registered Democrat. This has nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, and if it was politics, Matthew Coma called her most self-obsessed, tone-deaf person on earth. Like,
he would have said, like, bigoted, like, you know?
Yeah. That doesn't read political.
No, you're right. But Haley's involvement is curious.
Yeah, she's obviously anti-Hillary.
And I want to say something. Like, I could be beefing with my sister, like, not on speaking terms for 10 years. You will never find me siding, like, publicly with someone who's beefing with my sister. Like, yeah, I hate you. I'll never talk to you again, but you're still my sister.
Yeah.
So this is like a major loser check in the
Low
column
down.
for Haley Duff. There were already a couple of checks in that column because, like, you know, I don't like this on Haley's part.
I agree. I don't know what happened.
Even like family who's not on speaking terms, there is a line. Like, you're still family.
I agree.
So publicly taking Ashley Tisdale's side, like, I don't like that. And she knew what she was doing when she liked it.
Of course.
Because people are, especially like internet sleuths, people are obsessed with the rift between Haley and Hilary Duff.
How could you not be? I didn't even know that there was a rift, but that's really surprising and saddening.
It's very sad.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story?
Mm-hmm.
Gwyneth Paltrow says she was fired from a movie after her decision to consciously uncouple from her husband, Chris Martin. So Gwyneth Paltrow went on Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
And I want to say, I'm kind of like doing a 180 on Amy Poehler. I was just like a hater of her podcast because like, you know, we're over here doing this for 10 years. She comes in and gets nominated for a Golden Globe in less than a year. But you know what? Like the cream rises in podcasting and everything I see from her podcast is fucking funny. Like she's obviously, I know she's funny. She's Amy Poehler, but she's a really good podcaster. She gets great guests and she does with the guests like what you want. A lot of people get amazing guests and it's like, girl, move over. Let me do it. But Amy Poehler, like she's kind of a delight. And I'm revoking my hater card. And I don't ever hate her. I was just like not happy for her success. But you know what? Now I am. And then she had Gwyneth. And any opportunity to make Gwyneth Paltrow like be less misunderstood, I'm a big fan of because you know I started that committee like 10 years ago.
Yes. So Gwyneth Paltrow says her decision to consciously uncouple from her husband bled into her professional life. On the podcast, she said, I was supposed to do a movie at one point, and it was like right after the conscious uncoupling thing with Chris. There was a lot of harsh stuff in the press. I think the distributor was like, this might be too hot to touch. She then added, so that was great because I was getting a divorce and then I got fired off. So it was so awesome.
Did she say that she got fired because she was going through a divorce or because she was getting so much backlash, like from the conscious uncoupling thing?
Backlash from conscious uncoupling.
That's really lame of the movie, and I wish she had said who it was.
I would love to know what movie it was.
She's really good about like naming names. She often goes on podcasts and like tells stories using names. So I wonder why she didn't.
Yeah. Conscious uncoupling was another like cultural moment that I do feel like sort of missed me. And now when I think about it in hindsight, like of course that's a crazy way to announce your divorce, but I understand the sentiment.
And in recent years, she has gone back and explained fully. She doesn't backtrack. She's like, no, I said what I said. You guys just didn't understand it. And when she explains it, it's like, oh, yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It's just two people getting divorced who don't hate each other, who are going to make a really conscious effort to remain a family unit. And they've done it successfully. They co-parent really well. Like, she was ahead of her time. She said that on Shark Tank, actually. Her thing is that she's ahead of her time.
Yeah.
She gets made fun of a lot. Like, she was doing gluten-free, grain-free, actually. No, sorry, gluten-free like 10 years ago. And she was like, woo-woo, crazy Gwyneth. Now you can't walk into a restaurant without them having like a gluten-free menu. Now she's on to grain-free and it's like still, you know, not super. And it will be the thing. And one of the Shark Tank companies was like a grain-free. So she's very on the cusp of like a lot of wellness things, a lot of trends. And conscious uncoupling, she was just ahead of her time. Mature queen.
You know what it reminds me of? Like this sort of fanfare that it had was like Entanglement with the Smiths.
Yes, that's a great comparison.
Right?
Yeah. But I just haven't gotten to like the understanding phase of entanglement.
Well, it's just like,
because like you had an affair, but I guess the way she sees it is like she just got entangled in something. Like
got like caught up.
Honestly, I feel that.
Yeah.
It almost like wasn't her fault.
She was tangled.
Right. What would you do if you just got tangled up?
So anyways, per usual, justice for Gwyneth.
Per usual, justice for Gwyneth. And Gwyneth like goes on choice podcasts. And I think it's like a great PR strategy for her because she's slowly becoming much less misunderstood. I think for a while it was like, she's out of touch, she's yada yada. But every time she sits down on a podcast, those like ice chips sort of, for people who don't get her, which is not us, get chipped away. And this was a good one. Like there were a lot of clips that went viral and a lot of funny moments. She should do more podcasts. I know she has one.
Yeah, and
but
does.
It's not about her. It's like she interviews other people.
Yeah, but she's definitely long form. Like you need to give her
she's not
space.
Yeah. She can't be put in a box.
Yeah, she's not like one sentence is going to sum it up.
No, she's not.
There's so much nuance.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next story? Ex-NFL pro Matt Kalil sues his ex-wife Haley for saying his penis size ended their marriage. So Matt Kalil was formerly married to influencer Haley Bailey.
Yeah, do you know her?
I do know her.
She's TikTok, yeah. But she's like huge now. And she's one of the biggest TikTokers.
And she's on Reels.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen a bunch of stuff from her. And
all the big creators are.
It's the place to be.
100%.
And she made viral comments about his penis size. She claimed that his large penis size was the biggest factor in their 2022 divorce.
Yeah, she went on like a Twitch stream, right?
On Twitch in November.
So a lot of people don't know. She has like a weird backstory.
I didn't realize. I knew she like was talking about someone's penis size.
Yeah.
I actually just assumed it was like negative.
Right, okay. So her backstory...
And I didn't know she was formerly married to an NFL player, but please tell us.
She started blowing up on TikTok doing like funny content. It's like, oh, she's funny and pretty. Like it was crazy. She's like a former model. I don't think she had like a ton of success as a model, and that's why she turned to social media and she talked a lot about how it was just like the worst industry ever. She loves that she doesn't have to model anymore. And part of her backstory, like as a model, she was married to an NFL player. Her name is Haley Kalil. People don't realize like that's not her born name that was her husband's married name. And nobody really cared so much about like why they got divorced. Like it's not like something that people wonder about her. But she did a Twitch stream and we're just like always learning more about her backstory. It's like so strange. And she said like part of the reason that they got divorced was because they literally could not be intimate. He had the biggest penis ever. And she was like, we tried everything. She wasn't saying it in a salacious way, in a mean way. It was obviously like complimentary, but she was like, at a certain point, like we couldn't be married anymore because we could not have sex. Like it was
That's
just
really crazy.
I know. It went so viral because like it's literally a storyline in Sex and the City. Like things like this don't happen where Samantha couldn't be with that guy because he was just too big. Honestly, you know, I don't know who could be mad, but he's suing her. So that's crazy.
So he's suing her for invasion of privacy as well as unjust enrichment, TMZ reports, claiming she's benefited financially and received a surge in traffic as a result of the comments. He is suing for damages with the amount exceeding over $75,000. According to in a statement to Page Six, Haley Bailey said the lawsuit is a shock. She said the truth is in the original live stream, which is still live on Marlon's YouTube account. I speak highly of him in multiple ways throughout that conversation. I'm genuinely shocked and incredibly hurt upon receiving the news of this filing. Litigation is a harrowing and emotionally draining experience, and I'm heartbroken that he is choosing to subject us and our families to this ordeal.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him like being upset about it being an invasion of privacy, even though like net it's a positive for him. This does feel like sort of just like a money grab. I don't know like how much money he's making in the NFL. I had never heard of him before this. So maybe it has something to do with that because she's like definitely raking it in. She's one of the biggest TikTokers in the world.
Yeah.
And she actually posted a video. I had sent it to you.
What was it?
About like how she just broke up with her boyfriend and she was like, here are all the things like my ex-boyfriend did to me. She was dating him for a year and a half. She like won't say his name. It's like so annoying. Like I won't say, but obviously people know who it is. She's like,
people do know. You said he was like in her content.
Yes,
stuff? Okay.
yes. And it turns out he
Would
was
I
just
know
like
him?
No.
Okay.
Turns out he was just like a grifter using her for likes, comments, subscribers. He was like seeing multiple women.
Couch
He was
potato,
couch
didn't pay
potato,
for
unemployed,
anything.
worst boyfriend ever. And she made this video being like, here are all the things that like, you know,
My boyfriend did that. Should have been red flags.
right, but you wouldn't believe. And when I tell you, you could not waterboard this information out of me, like the fact that she's telling, she has maybe like 15 million followers, telling 15 million people that she stayed with a man for a year and a half who didn't know her middle name halfway through their relationship, who on multiple occasions she had found was like texting, seeing other women. Some of the stuff she was saying, it was so shocking. And it was like, I know it's supposed to reflect poorly on him, but I'm not going to lie. I'm like, and you stayed with him for another year. Like, I can't remember some of the stuff, but I remember sending it to you being like, the way I would never tell anyone this, like I would take this information to my grave.
Yeah.
I could find it and play for you guys, but I'm not in the mood.
Yeah. No, the personal accountability was not in the room
No.
at that very moment.
No, it was not.
But you know, the things you do for love, Koji.
So true. I would do anything for you.
Yeah, this is extreme. I guess he just like wants her to stop talking about him.
Okay, that's fair. And he could have just sent a text. Maybe he did.
If they like ended amicably, as she was like saying, and everything's good. But now she certainly will stop talking about him.
Yeah, it had seemed up until this point like they actually had a really nice, quick marriage and a nice, quick divorce.
And when they got married, like they were both famous. Like
she wasn't famous until TikTok.
You know what this reminds me of? Like Brooks Nader and her ex-husband. Like, how were you guys married? Like,
who's now engaged to Naomi Olindo.
I'm obsessed.
I know.
And it's like, when did that happen? How come we didn't see any of that part?
Which part?
Just like Brooks and...
Well, she wasn't famous.
I know, but it's just a crazy
and
thing.
no, I'm sorry. She was famous.
She was Sports Illustrated.
She was famous during the, you know, a great part of her marriage. And Billy, we should have known they would end up divorced because you would never know she was married. I don't even know if she wore her ring. She never posted a picture of him. I found out she was married like through a friend of mine. They were like, you know, she has a husband. I'm like, wait, what? Like, not that she was embarrassed of him, but like she was not taking him to events. He was not, maybe he didn't want to go on the carpet or he wanted to be private or she like was ashamed of him. I don't know. The two people, the second she got a little bit famous, I don't think she wanted anyone to know she was married or it was like such a bad marriage. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know anything. I don't think it was so bad. I think it was just like at the time that they got married, they were like mostly right for each other and then just like completely
people
went
change
in different directions. And maybe like the lifestyle that he has with Naomi now is like more his speed.
Yeah.
And I really do ship.
Me too.
And I feel like Brooks would even ship.
Yeah.
It seems like everything was amicable. Like her dad still like likes him and talks to him.
You know, Brooks went on Watch What Happens Live with
Erica Jane.
And it was like the best episode of Watch What Happens Live in history. Like they haven't had a night like that. It was vintage. You know, they were both like cursing and it was just like amazing. They were like obsessed with one another. I don't think they had ever met before. And I think Andy asked about it. Like, she doesn't know the Bravo lore, but Andy was like, would you ever go out with Craig? And she was like, who's that? Let me just say a ship. Like,
Ship.
Yeah, isn't that cute? Like, they could swap.
I love him.
I know.
They could swap.
She was like, I have no idea who that is. But Brooks, like, you need to.
I love the idea of a wife swap.
Yeah.
I think it makes so much sense because if A equals B,
Yes.
and B equals C, and C equals D, then A equals D.
Shania Twain.
Yeah. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Hiya. Hiya are vitamins for kids that kids enjoy eating, and they gamify them. They make them so fun for the kids to eat. They like can't wait till Hiya o'clock when they can have their vitamins. And that is great for parents that you can make sure that your kids are getting their vitamins no matter what like their diets are. Some kids don't want to eat their fruits and vegetables, and you can supplement with Hiya and make it really easy and fun for kids. So everyone's talking about New Year's resolutions, but here's one thing that could impact your family for decades to come: your kids' health. Hiya exists to supplement children's nutrition, give them the vitamins, minerals, nutrients that they need. They have vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, also all the things that like you take in your own vitamins to supplement your own diet. And that way you don't have to worry, oh, what did my child eat today? Did they get all the vitamins and minerals that they need? Because they're taking their Hiya. And the best part about Hiya is how much the kids love it because it's so tasty. The bottle is so cute. They come with stickers. They just like make it fun for kids, and everybody is taking their vitamins. So we love Hiya. We got a lot of kids. They need a lot of vitamins, and Hiya is the best in children's vitamins, period. We've worked out a special deal with Hiya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim this deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/toast. This deal is not available on their regular website. You go to hiyahealth.com/toast and get your kids the full body nourishment that they need to grow into healthy adults. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Game Time. What time is it? Game time. I am so excited to get back out there, go to concerts, go to sports. Like, those are some of my favorite memories in my life, are going to live events, and Game Time makes it so easy to get tickets. So not only is the Game Time app user-friendly, they will get you the best prices. It is the best hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. So some of the best features in the app: you get to customize your spot. You can get zone deals. It's an easy way to find and buy concert tickets. I also like using it to find what's going on in my area for like discoverability. And I love concerts, and I love sports too. This is a sports podcast, and I love going to sporting events, and I don't love buying tickets all the time because it's not always the easiest. But with the Game Time app, it's like, oh, should we go check out a live event this weekend? Let's go to Game Time. So the Game Time app is the best. It takes the guesswork out of buying concert tickets. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TOAST for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TOAST, T-O-A-S-T, for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app, guaranteed today. Are you ready for our fourth story?
Mm-hmm.
Am I ready for our fourth story? Yes. So where do Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky stand after their touchy appearance at a New Year's Eve party? So Mauricio and Kyle were spotted getting chummy, touchy, and warm at a New Year's Eve celebration, sparking reconciliation rumors.
That would be so crazy. When I heard that, I was like, honestly,
I would be shocked because
so much has happened.
So much has happened. And you know what? I wound up weirdly watching a season 1 episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I know like hindsight is 2020, but the writing was on the wall.
Okay, so not like, we have definitely romanticized Kyle and Mauricio. A lot of people forget those first couple of seasons. There were a lot of cheating allegations.
She had like someone, they were going to a party, the white party. It was a season 1 white party. She had like her assistant or someone was like doing her hair. And like the way Mauricio was looking at the
assistant,
the girl in the room, I was like, that would go viral now.
Yes.
It didn't even register at the time.
It kind of did, though. Like, people did not like ship them. They're like a holy grail, housewives royalty couple now. But like, a lot of people have amnesia. Also, a lot of people are new to the fandom that like they forget the magazines. Remember when Lisa Vanderpump made Brandy bring those magazines to Mexico? Because they had reports of Mauricio cheating on Kyle. So it wasn't this like perfect always forever marriage. Now we look at it like that, especially since they got divorced. And sometimes when you make it so far, it's like, well, every marriage
and also
goes
even
through.
if he like did cheat at those times, like they worked through it, they got through it, and they're still together and like stronger than ever. So like if she can forgive, I can forgive, and like we can move forward. But I'm just saying, like even like just small details on the show. Now in hindsight, I'm like, oh.
I mean, there was a reason why Alison Dubois said your husband will never emotionally fulfill you, and it was so.
I'm sorry, I don't care what Mauricio does. I will never concede that bitch was right.
Okay. She might not have been a psychic. She could have just been like reading the room and heard stuff around town. Like, you know what I mean?
True.
Just context clues, not, her third eye.
True.
And she had said it, and that's why it was such a big deal, because like there was sort of like weirdness where
I thought
where there's
she
smoke.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
They said that in the show, and it was like such a big deal. Like their marriage was a storyline for many seasons.
I thought when she said that, she was literally, might as well have been saying like to Adam and Eve, like.
Right. She just like was making things up
and
too.
Juliet.
So what does Page 6 say that they stand now?
So a source tells Us Weekly that they're not getting back together or rekindling their romance. The insider added that there is still so much love between them and that they're in a really good place right now after announcing their split.
Well, that's good, actually. I could see you like at being at the same party as your ex-husband who you finally like are on good terms with. Like, why would you be like warm and cuddly?
Yeah, I would hope I'm like a sure separation and divorce, or if they're even divorced, who knows?
Whatever.
Separated is hard. But then I think like eventually like you would come full, like after all the hurt and pain, and like if you're both happier now, then you can look back, like look at this person and be like, feel warm towards them.
Yes, that happens a lot. And there are a lot of couples.
And then get back together.
If Alex Earl's parents can be in the same room, like anyone can.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they're in that stage of warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're getting back together. I would seriously be shocked because they have completely different lives now.
I ended up on like Morgan Wade talk for like a week where I was just seeing lots of videos of her like at her concerts and stuff. And her and Kyle kind of walk the same. You know how like everyone talks about Kyle's walk?
Yeah.
It's like stout and like cowboy like.
Yeah.
They kind of have the same walk.
Well, she's a cowgirl.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like where that
She's sort of like, it's just so crazy that her name is Morgan Wade and she's a country singer. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
Morgan Wallen. Like, it's just like, what are the odds?
I guess.
No, it's weird.
Okay.
It's weird.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story? Some biz news.
Oh, am I? I'm obsessed with this story.
Warner Brothers Discovery rejects Paramount's latest takeover offer, says it's still insufficient compared with the Netflix deal. So the song remains the same. Warner Bros. Discovery has turned down the latest acquisition offer by David Ellison's Paramount Skydance, and WBD's board is continuing to back the company's deal with Netflix. On Wednesday, Warner Brothers officially responded to Paramount's latest $30 per share all-cash bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, its eighth takeover offer to date. Paramount Skydance offer is not more favorable to WBD stockholders than the Netflix merger and continues to be inadequate, they said, because of its insufficient value taking into account price and numerous risks, costs, and uncertainties.
This is where just like math is so important, right? Mm-hmm. Because Warner Brothers is a publicly traded company, they legally have to take the best offer for their shareholders. And Paramount has said, and we know the price per share, like their offer is more money, like billions more, like a couple bill more. So they kind of like have to accept it. And so they're saying that it's not better for our shareholders, but like someone's lying. Who is it?
Yeah. Yeah, they maintain the Netflix deal is better. They say P-Sky is a company with $14 billion market capitalization attempting an acquisition requiring $94 billion of debt and equity financing, nearly 7 times its total market capitalization. To effect the transaction, it intends to incur an extraordinary amount of incremental debt, more than $50 billion, through arrangements with multiple financing partners. In contrast, Netflix is a company with a market capitalization of approximately $400 billion. So they're basically saying they
have more money, right?
They can't afford us, but they're taking on partners.
Like money's money,
Yeah.
Money's green.
If it is green.
Right. Is it red?
Oh, no.
I've seen red money.
Okay, tell me about that.
It's kind of like one of my most famous stories. I'm sure you've heard it. I witnessed a bank robbery on 72nd and 3rd. And I want to say...
Is red money like a term?
Well, I was saying like red, like when you're in the red, like in debt. But no, red money. So like when you rob a bank and they give you the money, it's actually like wrapped up in these like sort of how when you buy a shirt and it has like a security tag, if you try to rip it off, they say ink will come out. I've never seen that. Is that true?
I've never tried to rip it off.
I mean, like I'm not a thief. Yeah.
then I'm not a thief.
Right. But if you do rob a bank, they'll give you like a wad of cash. It still has a security thing on it. So if you rip it off, it actually explodes red ink and it like burns a hole in the money. So I'm on 72nd and 3rd. All of a sudden, all this money starts pouring onto the street. It's like it was a windy day, blowing in the street. All the money is red and it has a big hole cut out in the middle. It's sort of a security measure that even if you rob a bank, like, sorry, but you can't have the money. And then, of course, like famously, the police showed up and they said, did you see the guy? I said, I did. He was wearing a purple Lacoste polo, blue jeans, running up 3rd Avenue. I actually said, because I was watching a lot of Law & Order at the time, I said, running north, because I know 3rd Avenue goes uptown. And they were
probably saved them a lot of legwork.
I know. And it was good, right? Like, I had been waiting my whole fucking life for this. I was like, I remembered everything. He was bald. He had a purple. I could pick him out of a lineup to this day. I knew in the moment like how special I was experiencing, and I was like, remember everything. I didn't want to be one of those classic eyewitnesses with poor memory. Running north up 3rd Avenue, worked alone, which I thought was interesting.
Do you think that like your desire to be involved in the case is bias in itself?
Of course, but they didn't care. They were like, do you think you could identify him? And I was like, what, do I look stupid? Of course I could. It was 3 seconds ago.
You're actually such an unreliable witness because you want it so bad.
I know. They didn't know how desperate I was at the time. So they were like, get in the car. Come, we're going to drive and find him. And I was like, obviously, Ben, like, hold my purse. And Ben was like, you can't go. And I was like, I can't. He was like, no, are you crazy? I'm like, am I crazy? Like, I couldn't. And they were like, the police were like, ma'am, we don't have time. Get your fat ass in the car. And I was like, okay.
Reliable witness, they call it.
Am I being crazy? Like, am I being crazy? And
is this a crazy thing to do?
And I was like, oh, I guess like it is crazy. Ben's right. Like, Ben's always right, I thought at the time. Never thought that again. I was like, no, sorry, I can't. And they're like, we're done with you. And they just like got in the car and ran north on 3rd Avenue. And then like I was continuing to walk like a block down, 2 blocks. And we were like, that was so crazy. And I look at Ben and I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Like, why did I listen to you? It's one of my biggest regrets, of course, you guys know, listening to Ben. And that was actually the last time I ever listened to him.
That's not true. You listen to him a lot.
J'accuse, would you like to substantiate that with some sort of claim?
Nothing that I can say here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm backed into a corner.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you didn't have to say it. Yeah. Yeah. That was the last time I listened to Ben.
That should be the last time you listened to him. Well, I'm glad for this story because it let you tell your favorite story. And you know what?
And that's what we mean when we say that the Fast Five are a gateway drug.
You're right, though. You did see red money. I didn't know what you were about to say. Mm-hmm. And we've just learned a lot about how to not rob a bank.
Yeah. So if you're going to rob, a bank is actually not a good choice for a million reasons. Like, you're most likely not going to get away with it. But also the money that you steal, it's not like in the movies. It's not just like loose bills.
It's marked.
It's marked. Like, it can be traced back to you. It's actually not usable. If you take one of those red burned $5 bills to like a bodega, they're going to be like, get out of here.
Of course.
Yeah.
With a hole in it?
Right. They're like, no, we only accept like full bills.
Right.
So just like fun fact of the day, rob a Target or something. Or get a job.
Yeah, don't rob.
Yeah, no, don't rob. That's not the lesson I want to leave you guys with. Robbing is actually bad. I've witnessed so many robberies.
Don't rob.
I witnessed a robbery in Duane Reade during COVID. It was funny because like it was in the city and like they just like they have a high bar for like what to be afraid of. Like nobody moved. None of the customers. I think everybody looked at him like shamed him into leaving. They were like, "You're not serious, right?" And he had a knife too. Like nobody moved.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also when I got, what was I doing at that CVS? I think maybe I was getting like a flu shot or something. It was like, why was I in a CVS?
I don't know, getting your basic needs met.
No, but like I don't go in the city. Like you don't go to CVS. You go to Duane Reade.
Oh, it just depends on your location.
I feel like maybe I was getting like my COVID shot because like I went to this random CVS like where you could get an appointment. It was like the Hunger Games back then. Yeah, I think I was getting it. Yeah. And it got robbed. He was like filling up his backpack with snacks and they just didn't care.
Yeah, they have like, they just...
No, and it's also like, I don't own this store. I'm not going to put my life out on the line because you want some chips. Like, yeah, I understood them deeply.
Yeah, and that's like...
It's more of a cultural issue. Like, why are we robbing? And this poor clerk who's like just on his shift wasn't going to solve it.
Yeah.
Have you ever stolen anything?
I don't think so. And I wouldn't say it here.
I feel like you stole my jacket that you wore on New Year's, like right from my closet. And I hadn't seen it in years.
It's a family heirloom.
What?
It's a family heirloom.
That was given to me.
And me.
No, actually, just me.
I don't ever, like I've been wearing
and you
that
definitely
coat since Afterdale.
I've been wearing that coat. Like I had that coat in college. Okay.
And then
obviously
it
when
became
you were living in that apartment with Olivia at 77, whatever that building was called, you obviously wore it on like a night out. Cause like it was my night out jacket and you just never gave it back.
Yeah. No, I remember I wore it on Afterdale because it was like very Cheryl Blossom.
Okay. So I lent it to you for our costume.
So, yeah, it does sound like you had it for a time. And then I had it for a time.
Well, I'd like it back. I live in New York and you don't. What do you need a fur coat
you
for?
You could just fucking ask. I give you anything you want.
It's true.
Instead, you have to accuse me of being a thief. Like,
well, you accuse me of being shy.
I have the stuff to back it up.
So do I, jacket.
And I just want to say, it is a family coat, and my run with it is done. I would be.
Your reign has ended.
I'd be happy to give it to you.
Great. I'll be happy to receive it. I'll be picking it up. I'm actually coming over for dinner, so.
Great. No
see you
need
tonight.
for jacuserie.
You have big plans tonight? What are you doing?
I'm having dinner with you on Forge. Yelled at.
Oh, but who are you going to talk to? Because your dinner mate is so shy.
No, we are having dinner
Tacos.
tonight. I'm really excited. I'm hungry. And we're having lunch together, too, if we can stop fighting.
We are having lunch together if we can stop fighting.
I thought you were going to be like, oh, we are fighting.
By the way, tomorrow's big day. Tomorrow's Traders Day, like the day we've sort of been waiting for months. We are watching Traders. And I think, if I read correctly, that they're releasing the first 3 episodes.
Okay, good.
So how are we going to watch it all in one night?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe we like watch it over the weekend because it comes out Thursday night.
Yeah, and it's like not like all of you have watched it the first night.
So maybe like Monday will be Traders.
Okay, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Don't want to take on too much.
I also weirdly watched, for some reason, the season finale of this Real Housewives of Salt Lake City last night because like Ben wasn't home and like the show that we watched together I couldn't watch.
Well, please don't spoil it because
it was really bad. I just want to say I've heard like so much. I've been off the Salt Lake City train for a while, and
you watched this current.
Yeah,
but,
in Greece, right?
Yeah, I'm not there.
Oh my god, it was like not good.
Okay, well
but I was intrigued.
Okay, well I'm gonna watch it. My new favorite show.
That's our show, you guys. Sorry if you didn't hear a lot from me today because I was feeling really shy. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Toast Morning Show. We deliver the fast 5 stories you need to remember Monday to Friday. YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Also available as podcasts and more podcasts can be found on Spotify, Stitcher, Public Radio, your podcast, all the business, podcast, sorry, be able to be sunny weekly town we are.
Love ya. Bye. Leave a message.
That's right.
I love it. So good.